Hey guys, it's Sharon. Once again, I'm sorry if I sound a little bit not like my normal self. I've been having some sinus issues. Now, if there's one thing I absolutely love to do on my channel, it is spill tea, whether it's like reveal my subscribers' secrets or confessions or just stories, whatever it may be. And recently I've been toying the line with taking it to Reddit because I feel like Reddit truly has some dark, obscure confessions. So that's what we're doing today. I am reading the subreddit confessions and we're gonna discuss it and maybe get a little bit traumatized together. I don't know, maybe provide some life advice. We're just gonna see how the wind takes us. So if you want to see more videos like this, give us a thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed and your post notifications are turned on. Go grab your snacks and your tea and let's get right into reading these Reddit confessions. I plan on getting pregnant just to make a guy stay with me. Without needing to continue reading, just off the title alone, sis, that is not a good idea. That is actually the most horrible idea you could ever think of for getting a man to stay. First of all, you shouldn't have to beg a man to stay. If he doesn't want to stay, you don't need him to stay. You know, you shouldn't want him anyways if he doesn't want to. But like having a kid to make a guy stay, I don't like where this is going. If I can't find anyone I generally want to settle down with by a certain age, I will just find someone who seems like the innocent, romantic, good guy type to knock me up. And then he would marry me and all that. I'd be set for life, however long I live. If I die early, then no biggie. But if I live old, then I'll have people to look after me and stuff. I don't even know if I'd have to like him. I just force myself to stay with someone. I have commitment issues and always get grossed out by how pathetic some people are. I've always had this maternal urge to have kids and they are more important than me finding the one. I'm not even done yet, but right off the bat, can we please dissect the sentence that says, I will just find someone who seems like the innocent, romantic, good guy to knock me up and then I marry him and all that. AKA, I'll find a nice, innocent, romantic guy and ruin his life because I can and because I want to. That is evil. That is so messed up. And then the second part where it says, I've always had this maternal urge to have kids and they're more important to me than finding the one. Here's a crazy, insane idea. Adopt. And if you don't want to, and if you want to have the kid by yourself, we are so modernized now that we don't even need to have a guy finish inside of us to have babies. You could just go to like a sperm donor and get inseminated. Have you not seen Jane the Virgin? You don't need to ruin someone else's life. It finishes with, this is my last resort though. If I could find someone to marry me first, I would. But if I'm like 27, I will just do this and have a happy little mistake. No mistakes are usually happy or little. This is evil. Nope, sis, you need some help. On a lighter note, this next one says, I peed on my dog in retaliation. What? When I was around 10 years old, I was outside doing something and for whatever reason, my dog pissed right down my leg. Fast forward a few months and I was out on the deck, which stood about 6 feet off the ground, and there was my dog just within range. It popped into my head how he peed all down my leg that day. So I unzipped my pants and pissed all down my poor dog's head and neck. He just made a defeated look and pinned his ears back. First of all, aside from the obvious reason of this is an animal who can't think as much as humans, and I'm not saying dogs are dumb, dogs are super intelligent, but I'm not saying that they understand things like petty revenge. We have a dog and we have a human who understands petty revenge. Second of all, that dog peed on your leg. You peed on that dog's head and neck. That's disrespectful. I think it's only fair that the dog now pees on his neck and his head. Fair is fair, right? Literally the first comment is just, why? Exactly. This one says, I want a baby, and God, I hope it's not like that first story. I want a baby. I, 22 female, am in love with my 26 male boyfriend who doesn't want children. Just off of that first sentence, it's not gonna work out. If you're with a significant other and they want kids and you don't, you will never find a solution. That's just something you can't compromise on because you will grow to resent your partner for the rest of your life because they did or didn't give you something you wanted. He's my everything and we are all in all perfect for each other, except for the part where he doesn't want kids. He's never wanted kids and has no desire to change his mind. I have always wanted kids, even just one. It's the only thing in life I've ever really wanted, but he has no plans for them. I have vivid dreams about being pregnant and getting that positive pregnancy test and raising a baby on a regular basis. It's starting to make me depressed knowing that I'll never have that with him. That's your first sign to leave the relationship. If you're starting to get depressed because you know you're never going to get what you want out of your partner, time to find a new partner. And I know it's easier said than done, but like you got to think of this in long term. I'm currently on birth control and we don't even have sex very often. It's been at least a month because he doesn't have much of a drive for it. I'm starting to think that maybe maybe leaving him and raising a baby on my own is my better option, but I love him and I don't want to lose him, but I don't want to lose myself. I just want to be a mother. That's sad. But like, honestly, she kind of answered the question in herself by saying, I think my best option is to leave and have a baby. And here's the thing though, you don't have to leave and have a baby by yourself. You could find someone else that you love and wants all the same things you want. I don't think personally that there's any rush to pop out a kid at 22. You still have a couple of years left in you to pop out some kids. So there's really no rush. You could definitely find another relationship, fall in love with them, have your big old fat happy family, but it's just not gonna be with this guy. Because if he generally doesn't want kids, I don't think he'll change his mind anytime soon. Some people just know, you know? Am I wrong? I don't think I care, but you tell me. I will be glad to tell you if you're wrong. I was with this girl whom I thought to be the love of my life throughout all of high school. Fast forward to after graduating, I finished high school and she was finishing her senior year. We spoke about our future plans and that was to eventually leave New York City. So I did the best way I knew how, and that was enlisting. While in boot camp, we wrote often, called when I could, etc., but noticed it started to slow down. My guess is she found another man, but I'll give her the benefit of the doubt for now. She wrote less, I continued at the same pace. After graduating, I come home on leave and rush to see her with a ring. I propose, she declines, and breaks up with me. Of course my heart is broken, blah blah blah. I found out about 5 years later she started seeing someone while I was in boot camp, and that's why she broke it off. You see? Called it. This is not gonna end well, huh? Meh. Fast forward 20 years later, she finds me on social media. She's married, ironically to a service member, and she has 3 kids. They've been together for 15 plus years, etc. For many years, I thought I had gotten over it, but when we started messaging on Facebook, I realized I was still angry and hurt. I don't know why, I just was. So I decided to confess my, air quotes, love for her and make her believe we were always meant to be together, blah blah. This is not gonna end well, dude. Anywho, she decides that she wants to leave her husband to be with her supposed true love, me. I fly to where they lived, bang the crap out of her, make her tell her husband she wants to leave him, and after the drama begins, I ghost her, delete my social media, change my number, etc. Was that wrong? Probably, but I'm not sure I care. I'm going to hell. Oh my god, that's horrible. On one end, I'm like, I understand from his perspective, but on the other end, I'm also like, dude, it's been 15 plus years, 20 years, whatever. That is a long enough time to deal with your trauma and process it and not feel this way towards it, you know? So it's just like, we all deal with trauma differently, we all deal with heartbreak differently. I just don't think this was the healthiest way to deal with it, but if that's how he has to deal with it, you know, so be it. Who am I to judge? I'm not gonna lie though, the like ex, the wife, whatever you want to refer her to, was definitely in the wrong. As a married woman and as a mother, to be hitting up other guys, especially your ex, while you're still married is one, not setting a good example for your kids, but two, not setting a good example for a relationship. You know, like she's definitely in the wrong for seeking out someone else while she was married. So I guess she kind of got a little bit of karma for even like tempting to cheat, which she actually did end up doing. The intentions were messed up of how to like coax her into cheating, but I don't know, man. Is this karma or is this messed up? I'm a little bit torn. You tell me. I've only been with one person my entire life just to find out I'm positive for an STI. Who gonna tell her? This is literally something I just need to get off my chest. I've been with the same person for the last 10 years, married for the last 3 years. They're the only person that I've ever done the deed with. We're expecting our second kid together. When I went to the doctor for an OBGYN appointment, I tested positive for chlamydia. It blew my mind to know my partner and best friend could ever do this to me. Whoa, wait, how'd you know it was the best friend? Wait, I'm missing part of the story that I need. How'd you find out it was the best friend? Did your best friend also get chlamydia? Does your partner test positive for chlamydia? Like, now I need answers. Because it's one thing to jump from A to B. I need to know how you got from A to B. Why the friend? I did start reading some of the comments though, and a lot of the comments seem to repeat the same thing that says, get tested again. There are false positives for STIs. This first one says, get tested again, please. My wife had the same thing happen and freaked out at me. I tested negative as I never cheated, and so did she on the second test. False positives are pretty common. So yeah, that's a good idea, but still, why the best friend? Why are you mentioning the best friend? I would also be pointing fingers and piecing 1 and 2 together if I test for chlamydia and my bestie tests for chlamydia. The only thing in common between me and my chlamydia bestie are my man. Yeah, I'd definitely be like, okay, hubby, you need a test, bestie needs to test, and I'm gonna test again. And then we'll see how this goes down. I don't like the name of this one. A 16-year-old dating an 11-year-old. This sounds disgusting. And listen, I know they're technically both minors, but when you think about it, I'm not even reading the story and I'm already just explaining how I feel. When you think about it. When you're 11 and you're 16 years old, those are such different development ages or phases, whatever you want to call it. When you're 11, you're like barely going through puberty. You might be already going through puberty. You might not start puberty yet. I feel like there's a great big developmental divide between these two ages, and that's why I don't like where this is heading, and I haven't even read it yet. When I was 11, I was dating a 16-year-old and no one stepped in or did anything about it. That's messed up. Even my parents knew about it and would let me spend as much time as I wanted with him. We never did anything sexual, but we would like physically be hugging, sleeping together, sometimes small pecks on the lips or cheek, cuddling and holding hands. We stopped dating because he got an actual girlfriend from his school. To this day, I'm still not sure if it was wrong or not. So the part about like the parents and like how could the parents even let something like that? I don't know this person's background. I don't know this person's culture, but just to give you an idea, my grandparents have an 11-year difference. My other grandparents have 9-year difference. It's not uncommon for older generations to, you know, marry someone a lot older than them. And here's the thing though, this isn't even that big of an age difference. It's 5 years. 5 years is really nothing when you're like 25 and 30, you know? But again, I want to emphasize how big of a difference it makes when you're 16 and 11 and you're in completely different phases of your life, especially development wise. That's where I feel like this is wrong. They didn't do anything sexual. Okay, good. But like, what if they did? It's the fact that a 16-year-old would even look at an 11-year-old and be like, dang, you're cute. That's like what? A junior in high school, sophomore, junior, looking at like a 6th grader. That's disgusting. That's very predatory, but okay. I still follow him on social media and everyone who knew about our relationship back then still talks to him like nothing happened. Is it weird or not? Was he old enough to know what he was doing or was he just a kid too? You can argue that he was just a kid, but you can also argue that at 16 years old, you should be able to tell the difference from right and wrong. Once again, a sophomore dating a 6th grader. That's weird. And even being in high school, you would know that that's weird. My boyfriend treats me like a child. Dump him, sis. Why do you even gotta read this? He dumps everything that is basic knowledge down to me, regardless if I know it or not. He will still dumb it down, talk over me, not let me finish, or belittle what I have to say. He is bigger than me, stronger. Whatever I want to talk about, he always somehow knows more than me, and I wish he would treat me as an equal. You know how guys get big trucks to make up for their small peepees? This is the vibes it's giving me. He feels the need to belittle this woman to make himself feel bigger and better about himself. That is the only way he gets his ego boost and his confidence, is by making his partner seem smaller, and also so he can control his partner and have that upper hand from his partner. Honestly, leave him. Like, if your partner can't treat you as an equal, why are you even in that relationship to begin with? This sounds very just not healthy. Maybe that's just me. This one says, I like my straight friend who's already in a relationship. This isn't gonna end well. Me, female 21, and this friend of mine, female 22, met in high school when I was 13 and she was 14. Nothing romantic has ever happened between us because I've never seen her that way. Sure, she's attractive, but that was it. She knows I like girls. My other friend, also female 22, also knows I like girls, but I can't tell anyone I like her. We have too much of a good friendship for me to just ruin things. The relationship is a bit complicated because she's been on and off with this one guy ever since she was 16, and they're trying to see if things might still work out for them. Besides me liking her, I don't approve of it. Not getting into details, but she says she's not in love with him. The feelings just faded on both sides, so that's why I don't approve of them anymore. I just needed to write it down. If you're reading this, I'm sorry you have to find out this way. I guess I don't have the courage to tell you in person, but even when I slightly touch your leg with mine while we're sitting next to each other, I feel happy. And I feel very sad for this person. Obviously, I don't know what this is like. I am straight, but from an outsider's perspective, it doesn't seem that great, and it seems like hitting a wall over and over again. So I don't know, this is just something that you slowly need to start getting over because there's no chance. But I don't know, maybe your friend is questioning a little something, but it's not something that you can really like bet on and hope for and wish for and kind of wait for. So yeah, if your friend is straight and you're crushing on them, I just think it's best you crush on someone else. This just sounds like disappointment over and over again. Let's do one more because this one is really piqued my interest. My now ex boyfriend's mother and cousin wanted me to do a nude, I can't say this word, boudoir, how to say, isn't it just boudoir? Yeah, my now ex boyfriend's mother and cousin wanted me to do a nude boudoir photo shoot as a surprise for him. They wanted to be the ones to take the photos? Hell no. What? I'm good. I'm not getting naked in front of my boyfriend's family. Not after maybe like 10 years of being comfortable or something, you know? When I was with my ex, he would go home out of state every other holiday to see his family. When I finally met them, the mom and the cousin would praise me for my look/figure and continued to do so all the times I went to see them. Okay. The third time I went down to visit them, my ex had gone to bed, so it was just us girls hanging out and drinking. I don't know how it got brought up, but they were telling me that they recently went to go get boudoir photo shoots done, and they told me they were unhappy with how theirs came out. Partly because it looked like the photographer did a lot of face tuning, but also because they didn't like how their bodies looked. These photos were just lingerie at first, but they continued to show me more photos of less and less clothes until they were pictures of them butt naked. You know how like when you meet your significant other's families, they'll bring out like the baby photo albums and I'll be like, look, this is like Uncle Roger. This is your boyfriend who was just born. Here's his Uncle Tammy holding him. I would not expect my significant other's mom to be like, yeah, look at this album. Here's a photo of me in lingerie. Here's a photo of me butt naked. I would not know what to say or do. I would feel so trapped. I obviously don't want to offend her, but it's like, I don't want to see your naked body either, dude. Like, we could be in-laws. This is weird. After going through both of their albums, no, I'd be like, you know what? I'm tired. I gotta go to bed. I'm not sitting through 2 naked albums. They told me that they think I should do the boudoir photos for my ex. I said I wouldn't mind doing one in lingerie, and they got excited. Why y'all getting excited about me in lingerie? They told me that both of them had the idea of doing a boudoir photo shoot in the mom's home, and they would be taking the photos. I thought they were joking, but they weren't. They wanted to do my hair and makeup and insisted that I do it nude. I was very shocked and uncomfortable that they would even suggest such a thing. What mother or cousin wants to see their son's girlfriend fully nude, take erotic photos in their own home, and be the ones taking the photos, no less? Literally my thought. And also taking these erotic photos for their son. That's weird. You're providing the porn for your son. That's weird. I didn't know what to say, so I awkwardly said, haha, yeah, that'd be interesting. And they continued to talk about hair and makeup for me. We hadn't even been dating for more than 6 or 7 months at the time. Hell no, dude. I'm over here thinking, oh, they must be together for a while. 6 or 7 months? And you want me to pose naked for your son while you take the photos of me butt naked that you're giving to your son? That's so weird. I would immediately get out of this family. I could love my partner more than anything in the world. I would be so traumatized and scarred by his family that I'd be like, listen, dude, I am so sorry. Maybe in another life, but this ain't it. It's not working. That would have been the last time I ever saw him and his family ever again. No, dude, that's crossing so many lines. Like, seriously, you imagine meeting someone's parents, family, whatever, 3rd time, and they're asking you to pose nude? I'd think they're in some weird cult or they're into some like weird freaky kinks, and I'm not about that. I want to know what you would do. Would you pose nude for your boyfriend, but also his mom and cousin while they take the photos of you? Because I sure wouldn't, but I want to hear you out. And actually, that being said, I want to hear your thoughts, your comments, your advice on all of these confessions. I feel like we had a nice mix, you know, some serious, some advice, some funny, like peeing on a dog, some concerning, like a 6-year-old dating an 11-year-old, you know, this posing nude. It was a nice mix. I say nice loosely. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give us a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, I definitely suggest checking out my Am I the A-hole Reddit reaction video that's on my channel, and I'll also link it in this video. If you want to subscribe for more, you totally should. Also, make sure to turn on those post notifications. And now, shout out of the day goes to Jewel on Instagram at thank you so much. If you'd like to be shout out of the day, just follow me on my Instagram and stay active. And you can also follow me on my TikTok and my Twitter so you have the same my videos and you get extra bonus content and chances to be in them. All that being said, I hope this is giving you some perspective in life. And I hope you enjoyed the tea today, because I did. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.